Hello everyone, and welcome to this webinar where we will talk about planning and budgeting application for the higher education sector. Today I will demonstrate the planning models where Azan has developed for the higher education sector using different EPM models, using Oracle Planning and Budgeting Cloud Service and JIDOX Planning. Today I will demonstrate both. I will start with Oracle and I will demonstrate the enrollment revenue. Then I will move on to the JIDOX planning. So let's just start. So as you can see, this is the home screen for the Oracle application. The home screen is customized per each user. So these are the icons which are assigned to me based on my responsibility and based on the security matrix. Also, here is the notification center, where it tells me exactly if there is any notification, what kind of task that I need to do, in case that I missed any deadlines. All this notification I'll be able to see it quickly using the notification center within the home screen. So if I click on the task due today, I have two tasks which needs to be done. I need to check the program fees assumption and as well for the credit hours. Okay, so these are the inputs for the enrollment revenue. So let's just talk more about the revenue model. So for the revenue model, the tuition revenue, the enrollment revenue, is based on three main drivers. It's based on the credit hours, the number of students, and the program fees. Let's just start with the credit hours. The credit hours is derived mainly from the Program Master course, which stands for the study plan. The study plan for each program, as you can see here, the user can just select which program to view. So I selected the Bachelor of Arts in English. So if you click on it, you can see that this is a 4-year program. And in each year, for each semester, I can tell exactly what are the courses that will be taken by the student. And per each course, it's going to be taught by which college and by which faculty member rank. Is it instructor? Is it professor? And by which faculty member type? Is it full-time, part-time? And also I have the credit hours which will be taken per each course. So this is again for year one by semester, by course, by program. Program is also classified to graduate and undergraduate. And if you go to year, this is year two. I have the semester, fall and spring, the year 3 and year 4 and so on. Okay, so this is the plan where I can estimate the exact number of credit hours that will be taken by the new student for this specific program. So just to give me a clear idea why I'm preparing my plan for the expected or to project the number of students for the tuition revenue, for the enrollment revenue. Also, it will help me for the faculty planning. I will be able to tell if I have enough faculty member to teach all these programs for a specific semester, for specific years. So from this is why the study plan is a crucial, let's say, a part of the enrollment revenue. And also from the study plan, if I move on to the next screen, which is the program credit hours allocation, I can tell also the total number of credit hours per college, per year, per semester, based on the study plan. So I can tell here, for the Bachelor of Arts in English, University of College will teach like 12 credit hours in the fall, while the College of Arts and Science will teach 4 credit hours. So it's the percentage 75%, 25%. This will help me in the revenue allocation. So when I'm done with the calculating for the program revenue for the Bachelor of Arts in English, I can easily allocate the revenue per each college based on the credit hours that will be taught by each college. So this is for the first part. The second part, which is the main assumption form or the data entry form that will be entered by the planner, let's say. So the planner here will enter the assumption to project the number of new students and the number of existing students. The number of new students will be entered directly, okay, by semester, by enrollment year per each program for the budget year. Let's say here I'm entering the budget of 2019. And for the existing student, I'll be able to import the existing student from the source system. And now the planner has to enter the assumption of what? Retention and proportion from one semester to another. And in order to end up with what the total number of enrolled students for a specific semester for a specific year. Regarding the credit hours, it will be either derived from the study plan, as explained earlier, or it will be either for the existing student, it will be derived from the source system as well. And I can just apply the percentage of the retention. I'll be able to calculate the percentage of taking credit hours for the existing student. So at the end of this plan, I will end up with two measures, which are the enrolled student and the total credit hours. So this is the second step. So the second step, I have now the credit hours, the total credit hours, which now I will multiply it with the program fees per credit hour. So I have like for semester fall, I have like 100 credit hours for the Bachelor of Arts in English. I will just multiply it with the program fees. As you can see here, also I can just apply like increase percentage. I'm saying, okay, the program fees for the budget year, it will be based on the actuals with an increased percentage of 10%. So I will end up with the calculation of the program revenue. The program revenue by college will be based on the, if you remember, the allocation percentage, which I explained earlier, and I will just multiply it with the program fees per credit hour multiplied with the total credit hours, which will be taken by semester. And also the system will not only calculate the program revenue for the budget year, but also the system will calculate the following years. So I will end up as well with the business plan for the tuition revenue for the upcoming 5 years. Okay, so this is the overall enrollment revenue. Now, how exactly the cycle of the planning will start? So basically, once I start the workflow for the revenue plan, let's say, each planner per specific department will receive an email. For instance, here, I received an email as a notification that the workflow has started and I need to enter the data for the revenue plan. You also have the link. You can just click on it and it will direct you to the application itself. And you will, once you click on it, you will have the same home screen that we have just discussed as well. So the user now have the notification center. You can just, he or she can just click on it and select the specific task. I'll select, for instance, the program credit hours. I will enter the assumption for this specific program, the Bachelor of Arts in English, which is assigned to my department. And I will enter the assumption, which we talked about, the number of new students and existing student. Once I'm done, I'll be able to review the other parts of the plan, to view the total program revenue by just clicking the button of previous and next, will just show the output of the assumption which I have just entered as well per college. Once I'm done, I will submit my data for approval. So if I click here on the approval icon, you can tell that this College of Art and Science, it's my department. I will just click on it. I'll say, okay, I need to submit my data for approval. If I click here, the promotional path, it will give me just a clear idea who's going to review my data. As an example here, Bishoy is the one who will review the overall data, which will be aggregated from all the departments. And I can also include any comments that I need for Bishoy to review as well while he's viewing the enrollment revenue. So I'll just click promote, then change status, and that's it. I'm done. So this is the way of how each department will enter their own data. And once I click promote, an email notification will be sent to Bishoy in order to access the application in the same way that we have explained. So this is for the part of revenue tuition using Oracle Planning and Budgeting Cloud application. Now, what about GEDOX? Let's move on to the GEDOX application. Let me just open it. So this is the start for the GEDOX part, and I have, as you can see, 4 main: planning, reporting, analysis. Again, each planner will have its own security, its own workflow, its own cycle. I will explain here for the workforce model, for instance. The planning consists of the models for the P&L, revenue, workforce, OPEX, and CAPEX, in order to get the full P&L actual versus budget. Okay? Let's just go directly to workforce. Let's just explain the new hire request cycle. Once I start the cycle for the new hire, I will receive an email. Let me just open the email. I have here received an email saying the new hire budget has been started. Please log in to GEDOX and execute, as you can see, and execute that task set activity that are assigned to you. So I'm the department, for instance, administration. I will enter exactly how many exactly the hires, the request of the new hires that I need within the budget here. Okay, so I can just select which position to which, again, department which I have the access for, and which is the administration, to which grade, okay, and which nationality. Sometimes the grade assumption is different between specific on different nationality, let's say, and when is the joining month. Like I'm expecting for this new hire to join in June 2020. So I will be able to, all the cost will start calculating starting from June 2020. I'll just click yes, submit. Once I'm done, I will go to the workflow and click submit. After I click proceed or submit, the data will be sent to be approved. So this is actually how each planner per each department will enter the data for the new hire request. Now let's move on to the next part, which is the existing employee data. So this is the existing employee budget input form, let's say. Now for the actual, all the data is imported from the source system by employee level, as you can see here. So as an example, I have employee number 255, employee name 11 with the specific salaries and amount. And if you drill down, you can tell the exact payroll amount per each employee. And each payroll in the budget will be calculated either based on the actual, with applying increase percentage, or apply specific formulas such as termination, transfer, specific formulas such as gratuity as well. So it depends on the planner as well. The planner has the option either to apply the increase percentage by grade, and also we have the by department. Either the planner can apply specific like transfer for each employee from one department to another, as well as if there's any need for any termination, it can be done as well on the employee level. And also we have specific formulas for specific payroll accounts, such as gratuity. Okay, so this is for the overall workforce plan. And we have explained as well an overall about the revenue planning. Once I'm done with my, let's say, all the inputs for the workforce, I can view what is my total workforce budget, and it will be classified by the type. What is the workflow, what is the workforce budget for the existing employees, for the new hire position, and the part-time. And again, if you drill down, it will give you the exact payroll account, actual versus forecast versus budget. Also, the application can handle different scenarios, such as forecast and the budget. Forecast, you have the 3 plus 9, 6 plus 6, 9 plus 3, as well can you have the availability to have it on monthly forecasts. Again, it depends on the requirement itself. Now, all the planning models are now aggregated into our P&L. You have the full overview per each account. You can drill for the revenue, for the other revenue, up to the account level itself. The same as for the expenses. You can just drill down operating, non-operating, or the classification that you have. You can also drill down from the year up to the quarters to the monthly level. Fine. And you can also keep many versions for the budget cycle to capture the approval cycle, the approval and the negotiation. For instance, I can have baseline version, which means the input data that by the planner. I can have also the draft 1 version, draft 2, up to the approved version. Once I'm done with the financial performance, I have my approved budget. I can move on to the analysis part, which comes after. We call it the budget execution phase. So it just will give me an idea how the budget is being utilized within the year, within the report of the budget utilization. So here I have the budget versus actual versus encumbrance for the 2020 as an example. It will just give me a clear idea about the funds available per each account if you drill down, and it will per each month as well. Just drill down. It will give you all the data that you need for the budget versus actual versus forecast, by department, by a program, by all the segments that you need for the reporting part. So this is just the overall planning, reporting, analysis cycle within the GEDOX application. Just to recap, we have demonstrated the enrollment revenue based on the credit hours. We have demonstrated the workforce planning, how the planner is entering the new hire budget, and how we are preparing the existing employee budget data cycle as well. And finally, how we are calculating, or how we are generating our P&L for the actual versus budget, and as well to view the analysis report that we need. That's it. I hope you find the webinar very useful. Please don't hesitate to email us. And thank you very much, and thank you for your time.